everybody.
Hello.
Happy Saturday, you guys.
Really, we have a special guest.
Hello, I'm Tiffany.
So everybody gets to see what Tiffy looks like.
Yep.
Hello.
Oh, and she's got a really cool shirt on. You want to show me your shirt?
I'm wearing representing.
Michael Archangel's beautiful t-shirt that we have on Amazon. You can check that out. Let's see who's joining us today. All right. Oh.
What's that?
That happens sometimes when it doesn't take a picture. I don't know why it does that, but
there we are.
Yep, here we are. Okay, so we have a really awesome. Hi, Marshila. Of course, we have the retreat coming up. And do we want to talk about the cool idea that Tiffany had? Do you want to tell them a little bit about?
Well, I went to the last retreat and we had
Sammy.
such a good time. Hi, Sammy. We had such a good time that I wanted to see if maybe we can do a little fun thing where we offer a free retreat, like a little raffle off of a retreat, since it was such a fun experience. I think everybody should at least do it once in their life, if not more than once.
And this one's going to be neat.
Yeah.
I mean, not that the other one wasn't.
Yeah.
But because of the trance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Healing and journey to the other side. That's going to be super, super cool. And like Vera just said, there's going to be a trance. So with Tiffany's idea, what she's telling us is that it is for one person. And what you can do is you can put your name in the comments under this video. And then what we're going to do is we're going to collect all the names and we're going to raffle it off. We're going to...
So they put their name and then they put retreat.
Retreat.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell your friends and family.
If they want to do it, subscribe, and then they can get on there and put a...
Yeah, it'll be really
Jennifer
fun.
finally finally is on. Yay.
Excellent.
Oh, she's finally off. She has a day off. Good.
Oh,
awesome.
Nice.
So that's going to be really cool. That'll be
fun. That'll be really fun.
Oh, Nadine.
Hi, Auntie. It's Hune.
Very cool. So, you guys, do we want to start off with talking about the moon?
Oh, sure.
There's You want to tell them it's the super...
It's a super solar wolf.
It's my wolf claws.
It's a super eclipse wolf moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, I guess it's something special, but they all kind of are. Hi, Dodie. And this one has to do with release. Of course, all the eclipses do. All the eclipse has to do with release. But this one has especially with relationships. And that's like getting, it's not kind of getting rid, but kind of, you know, maybe finding different friends that build you up instead of put you down, kind of thing.
You know, I have to say,
I
don't know about you guys, but this week, and I didn't know about what this moon, or I didn't know that this was going on this week. And I didn't even know what it represented. But getting together this morning and talking about it, it is so what's been happening for me. I don't know about you guys, but I've been really thinking about situations and relationships in my life that do not serve me, that aren't serving me.
That's the perfect way to say it.
Yeah, and it's hard to want to let them go, but I know it would be better for me to do that.
And then, you know, whenever you do let go, what is the old saying? Let them go, and if it's meant to be, they come back.
You know, it's really kind of interesting because next week we're going to have one of our angels out with a new quote from Angus that has to do with release, so we'll show you that next week. But that's kind of interesting that it just happens to be coming up with this. And it was kind of a challenging week.
Yeah, for sure.
I know it was for me.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And I usually have pretty easygoing weeks. So I do believe that.
Well, I had a headbutting contest with a pit bull, and I lost.
Yeah, the pit bull won.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was little things like that, but more so, it was kind of like relationship issues. And it has to do with not just your immediate family, but it could be friends or whatever.
Right. So that's interesting. So, yeah. And then another part of it, too, was, like you just said, releasing what doesn't serve us, and then also manifesting and focusing on what does. And building that up more. I like what you I quoted you here. Wait, it was a really nice thing that you said this morning, Vera. Releasing people that weigh us down, bringing in people who bring us up. That's good.
Yeah.
Good thing to focus on.
Hi, Jaymes.
And hi, Jaymes. You made it. And the moon is going to be, it's going to be full on Sunday night.
Oh wow. Okay.
So it's
9 o'clock.
yeah,
9
it's going to be a
o'clock,
red moon.
Mhm. And they're saying that it's going to look like it has a little bite taken out of it.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
It's like new beginning of the year, new
Mhm.
moon, new
But
changes.
but he did say what was the article? I want to give credit to where credit's due.
Yes, it was.
Oh gosh.
I'll put it in the description
Okay.
when we get done. It
Yeah.
was a Native American person. I can't remember the name right now. I thought maybe that's why that looks like a bite's taken out of it because of the wolf thing.
It could be.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
okay, is this why I am
That's
so out of sorts this week? Yeah.
Everybody's probably out of sorts in some way. I know I was, for sure. So that does explain a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, so do we? Oh, you know what I wanted to say really quick. If you haven't seen last week's episode where you were talking about, Vera was talking about past life on Eric Bugenhagen and Jacko Willink. I wanted to just tell you, I was amazed. I didn't know anything about those two people, and I just wanted to look them
When you
up.
were saying that, I'm going, who?
Yeah, I looked them up, and I was fascinated. This Eric Bugenhagen on YouTube, he's a YouTube person who, he was working out like crazy. I mean, you guys wouldn't believe it. And it was amazing because you had got that he was in the Olympics in ancient times.
Oh.
I was just amazed at how it was just such a validation to see that. And then the other gentleman you had gotten was with Alexander the Great, I think is what it was. And he is a Marine that's done, I think he was a captain or something like that. And he's an author and things like that. It was just, I was just fascinated. So I know it was last week's subject, but I just wanted to give you a validation on that. Knew nothing about these people, and I was like, wow, that was, I mean, if you look them up, you'll see.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty cool. Anyways, that was super neat.
Yeah.
But do we want to jump into our topic today?
Sure.
Okay. So should we give them a little bit of the backstory
Yes.
just in case they don't know about this story?
Yeah.
All right. So who wants to start? This is
Well, you guys do it because I'm going to give
All
my
right.
interpretation.
Oh, it's so
Okay.
sad, gosh.
It is,
But it's
it
a
is.
good, I mean, it's a good ending, hopefully, you know, but you go ahead.
All right. So this is all based on an article I read from a news source online. So if I have any part of it off, I apologize. But this is the news source that I read online. Is that okay? There's a young lady. She's 13, Jayme Closs. And what happened was
She's 13.
that's what the article said. That a year ago there was this guy who saw her getting on a school bus, and he knew that that's the girl he was going to take. He was going to kidnap this girl. So he'd been planning it for a year, according to what I read, and he had it all planned out. And he borrowed his father's shotgun and went to the house, and he shot her father, and then basically he shot the mother too, and then he took the girl. And then I did not know that he was still living at his parents' house.
Well, that's what I heard.
That's what you had heard.
Because the family's getting a lot of, hate mail and stuff saying you had to have known that your son had somebody in that room.
Right. Right.
So,
well,
and they claim they didn't.
Yeah. Well, according to this article that I read, he kept her in his room, and whenever there were people over, he would put her under the bed and put tubs of weights around her and on top so that she couldn't get out. And was very, violent, and the police said that he had total control over her. She's been missing for 3 months.
Oh my gosh.
3 months. And then finally, I guess one day he went somewhere, and she had the wherewithal to escape. She took his shoes, and she ran, and I guess that he lived in a rural kind of an area, and she found this woman walking, and told her who she was, and the woman called the police, and they, based on the description, they found him driving around. He was looking for her, and they pulled him over, and he said, "I did it," and he confessed everything of how he did it and everything else. Yeah. So that's the story. So now she's been staying with her aunt. And I saw a photograph at the bottom of this article, and the aunt and her were together smiling, and the girl's holding her dog. And I was just amazed at that. I thought, wow, she is with, what a great aunt.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just see that. I felt like that this aunt is going to really help her in her life right now. And so, anyways, so hi David. So we're wondering. Well, I know I'm definitely wondering.
Yeah.
If you can pick up on anything on this, Vera. Because she wanted to talk about this today, and I'm really glad you did.
I'm
Well,
glad too.
actually, Sammy's the one that brought it to my attention, because I saw a little bit of on TV, but that was, all I saw. But yeah, what I got from Jayme is, and the first thing I have on here is, what a bright light. She is amazing. She's very strong, character-wise and every which way, but soul-wise, she's very strong. And let's see, it was in Victorian times. That's the only thing I can pick up by the way she was dressed and the way the houses were and everything. But she was married to a very wealthy man.
So this is a past life.
Past life.
You're getting on Jayme.
On Jayme, yeah. And her aunt was her husband in the past life.
Really?
Yeah. And he died, so she was left with, all that money. They didn't have children because she couldn't have children at that time in this past life. Doesn't mean like she's not going to do that in this life. And she opened a home for women that were abused or that were just thrown out of the house, because during that Victorian time, it's like men ruled. I mean, if they found someone else, they would either put the women in a mental institution, or their wives, or lock them up.
Yeah.
In a basement with a chain. Let's talk about me. So, yeah. But anyway, so, and I don't know that guy's name, so I just put, she hired dumb shit. Sorry for the...
Jake Patterson.
That's the guy who kidnapped her in this life.
Well, in this past life that she had in this Victorian time, she hired him to be the handyman. Because he was just like a really nice guy that was always trying to help her. Okay, so she thought. And it turned out that he was a serial rapist and killer. So I don't know if we can look that up, maybe 1800s or something. And he got away.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, but guess what?
Yeah.
In this lifetime, she got him.
Yeah, she did.
Man,
I'm just having the chills.
And it's in a way that would bring attention to the causes of how this is happening, and that kind of thing.
And I was just wondering about that, if this was not her dharma.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because that's exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking about that this morning, wondering if this...
It's her mission. Her mission in life is to help women.
And I just wanted to tell everybody, just in case if they watch this video for the first time, dharma is just like Vera just said, it's like a mission. It's like something that we feel a responsibility that we want to do in the world, to help a certain group of people, or to help a person, or that kind of thing. So in this case, it would be like, in that life, it was helping women that had been raped or abused.
Or just thrown out.
Yeah, and in this life, it's interesting how she believes in helping them so much on a soul level that she put herself right into that situation to do that. And it's hard sometimes when we think, why would she do that? Why would we ever chart? Why would this young girl ever chart that? I mean, looking at it from an outsider, but on a soul level, we are an ancient soul. She's a strong soul and a bright light. It would take a lot of strength for a person to write that in, especially to go through that at such a young age and lose both her parents.
Yeah.
This way.
Yeah.
But what's really amazing too? What Vera was saying is that her aunt, she lost her in that life, but in this life,
she's like her rescuer.
Right. Yeah,
she's a rescuer, and this time she's actually completed a mission by getting this guy justice, bringing justice to all the bad things. And it might be kind of interesting to see what she does out of this.
Exactly.
If she does open something for maybe kidnapping victims or something.
Well, I guess she's going to work with who's that other young lady?
Oh, I know, JC. The other person who was
not JC. She's blonde.
Yeah.
Oh, she was one that was,
I think it was JC.
She's the one that's trying to start getting
Elizabeth
the law.
Smart, maybe.
Elizabeth Smart.
That's it.
Elizabeth Smart.
She's trying to get the law.
Yeah.
Or somebody.
Yeah.
But and then that's the thing is taking what she's gone through, or what we go through, all of us
Mm-hmm.
go through, and turning it into a strength. And it could be, and it doesn't have to be out there on a big global level or a big national level. It could even be just personally overcoming these things, or helping, even if it's just one person.
I know, and just the way that she just walked up to this lady, she wasn't screaming, she wasn't crying, she was just wanting help.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's, I mean, right there, I know she was in shock and all that stuff, but that takes strength too.
Yeah.
You know, to just not blow it and then, you know, try to get yourself some help. Because, I mean, you said he was out looking for it, and I'm sure she knew that.
Of course.
You know?
So scary.
That is. But that's really amazing. I mean, that's just amazing how in that life she lost her husband. In this life, he/her aunt is helping her to overcome that.
Because in that past life, as her husband, he was always backing her up. It wasn't, you know, how men were like, this is my house, this is my rules kind of thing, and treated, not all of them, but generally they treated him like property, you know, women.
Yeah.
But this guy didn't. He was always, you know, championing whatever I can't say that word right now. Championing.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, Elizabeth Smart.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's Elizabeth Smart, probably.
That's really cool. Well, I wanted to show just in case, because you never know, people that are going through situations, anything that's similar like this, or not even that extreme. I mean, it could be many different things, because whatever happens in our life, whether it's with violence or whatever type of really negative thing that might happen, that does not define us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have that opportunity to overcome what it is, and know that it cannot take anything from us of who we are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to overcome and to move on. But that's where I have an angel I wanted to show everybody.
Cool.
And I showed this angel just like it was only 2 episodes ago, but I just wanted to show it just in case. You never know if Jayme might see this video someday.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Virtue Angel, and it's so interesting.
It's all
kind of hard to
blurry.
see.
There you go.
That this Virtue Angel just happened to draw her with a child. This angel is the one that Angus told us through Vera helps children who've been kidnapped. Even when they're teenagers or adults, when they escape or are found, they were a child when they were taken. So this is the angel, and they escort us into life. So they're the last angel. They are the first to welcome us home. They're the ones that help to create the light of the tunnel
Oh, that's right.
to the other side. So it shows you just how much they're with us. And for anyone that's going through really dark times like that, just how much their angel's with them. You know, it's interesting too, this angel helps with the psychological aspect of cell memory. So it's interesting because they help
That's
us.
perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely for her.
Yeah, not the physiological, but the psychological aspect. And so they help us to take what we've learned in our past lives and apply it to our life now. And it's kind of weird. It's like, how do they do that? But it's through infusion.
Mm-hmm.
So we might think it's our own thoughts, but they're infusing us with helping us to remember our strengths, just like she had in that lifetime, even though he must have killed her, right? In the Victorian life, did he kill her?
No, I think it was worse because she was left. Actually, he loved her in this past life.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And so that's why she was
Interesting.
safe, because he just couldn't bring himself to kill her. It's like he planned it several times, but he could never do it because he loved her so much. And that's kind of like an oxymoron.
Warped.
Huh?
Yeah, it's
a serial
warped.
killer loving someone.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, but that's what I get.
He's
No, it was worse for her. I think she would have felt, I don't know if this makes sense, but she would have liked it better that she didn't survive,
right.
because of, you know, everybody else died and she's the one that didn't. But
he got away,
Yeah.
so she lived on. Is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah.
I see.
yeah. And it was just like, very torturous for her to know that she brought him in.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
So if in this lifetime she has,
it was the woman at the house.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that part. Oh my god.
And now in this life, she took him out
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
with justice by escaping with her
Mhm.
life. She didn't even have a chance to hurt her for 3 months.
Because this kid looks young.
He's 21
Right.
years old.
See, so he starts doing this now, just the raping part,
Yeah.
but it was going to get to where he was going to kill somebody.
So it's amazing because in that lifetime she might have felt the guilt that she survived it, but this time
That's what I'm
before he
saying. If
could-
she
yeah.
doesn't, if she feels in this lifetime that she can't make right decisions in terms of character, it's coming from that past life.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Mm-hmm.
But it's
But
amazing.
this one was totally not anything that she did.
Of course.
You know, well,
Mhm.
none of them do, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it's like she didn't invite him in the house. She didn't, you know, do that kind of stuff. But still, she has that lingering thing of all these women died because
Well,
that's how she felt in the past life. And she
Right.
may have worked it out. She probably did.
it's amazing because in this life, she put herself in that position to, I guess, for lack of a better term, help all those that he could have attacked. After
Yeah.
this
Oh,
point, 'cause
yeah.
he's
Yeah.
young.
Yeah.
So she did. I don't want to say she.
I don't know if she knowingly did, and she
Oh,
didn't put herself.
right. No,
'cause he
of
just
course.
picked her,
No,
right?
Yeah.
she didn't put herself. I meant on a soul level.
Oh, right.
On the
yeah.
other side,
Yeah.
she put herself as like when we're charting our life, and because we believe that we chart our life and the experiences that we're going to have, what we're going to learn from them, and that would make sense of why she might chart to have a situation like that happen. Because otherwise, it's really hard sometimes for people to go. For even ourselves, why would I chart that?
Yeah.
Why? But it makes perfect sense. But of course, in this life, she didn't do anything.
Oh no, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but I
she-
kind of said
yeah.
she put herself, but it wasn't. She
Yeah.
didn't do that.
Yeah.
That is fascinating. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah, thank you. That was interesting.
you know, I don't know about you guys, but I was really putting myself in a situation that's similar, and I was thinking, how could I make myself feel better if my parents were just killed and all this happened and I survived and all this? But it's like, to know that philosophy, I would feel like that would help a little bit in the understanding to get through it easier.
Yeah.
for sure.
It's never going to be easy, but I would think it would help me a little bit. Don't you think?
Yeah, definitely.
This philosophy.
Yeah, that's a lot for a young 13-year-old to deal with. Just alone her parents being killed in front of her and then being taken for 3 months, and God knows what happened to her.
Yeah.
It's just, hopefully she can be that strong soul that she's
Yeah.
meant to be. And
And
lift
she
herself
had
up.
somebody with her during the time that he had her for the 3 months.
You mean a loved one on the other side?
Yeah, well, it was more like an angel
An angel.
that was helping her and actually helped her be able to get away too.
No.
Yeah.
So when you say that, I remember before you say like we gain angels through experiences that are tragic. Was that something that she gained during this
Oh,
tragedy?
yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, and it's one of Mother God's. Which one's those?
The throne.
Throne.
Oh,
Yeah.
throne.
That's really amazing because the throne angel's function is strength.
Oh, there you
Nice,
go.
there you
And that's
go.
where,
Yeah.
I mean, talk about strength.
Yeah.
Like you said, even though she might have been in shock, she was talking to this woman like, this is who I am. I need help.
Plus, I think the lady recognized her too, because
Yeah.
it must have been in the news all the time and stuff.
Yeah, because all the town, there was like so many people in the town that were combing the cornfields looking for her.
Yeah.
So yeah. Did he chart to be the kidnapper?
That's interesting, huh?
It is. You would think that
I would
he
think.
was charted. Maybe I'm thinking I mean, it was in the chart. So.
Yeah, because sometimes it's, even though you may be in our lifetime, like a horrible, depraved person, doesn't necessarily mean that they're dark entities.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
Or lost light
Lost light
souls.
souls.
Yeah, we call them lost light souls. But yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, because look what Sylvia said about OJ. Because you would think, you know, he was a dark entity, and he's not. They did this together to bring out spousal abuse
Mm.
Right, right,
in like a huge fashion that people would take notice.
right. And I just wanted to say too, real quick, is that even
Doesn't mean he's a good guy.
Right,
I'm just
no.
saying, Mungie White, but he was. She
About
said he was-
awareness.
Yeah.
But
that's it.
I just wanted to add too, just
'Cause
really
it sounds
fast.
crazy if you're not in the philosophy.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, what?
But even though she lost her parents, that person, that entity could never take away the love that her and her parents have and all those happy memories that they shared. He can never take that away.
You know, they didn't leave until she...
I was going to ask you, that was my next question. Do they have a hard time going to the other side because of what happened to their daughter? I mean,
they were there. That's why you said loved ones, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they were there. Yeah, watching.
Interesting.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
Well, let's see here. We're almost a half an hour.
Ooh,
you guys, thank you so much for joining us today. That was a really interesting subject. Thank you so much, Vera, for getting that. And Tiffany, thank you for being with us today. Our guest of honor here.
Thank you.
And you guys, thank you all for joining us. This was a really interesting topic today.
And don't forget, if you want to be in the raffle for a free retreat,
come on, guys.
Put it on the how do they put it?
In the comments after this video loads up, it'll post on our channel, and then you can leave your name in the comments, and then put retreat.
Just your name and retreat,
and let your friends know. Bring a friend. It's so much fun. It's fun. I had a really good time bringing my family and a couple of my friends, and it's just something I think everybody should do. It's really fun. It's a nice experience, especially with the new year. Start the new year off. Do something for yourself.
Exactly.
You know, do something nice.
And then just share an energy with people.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of share the same philosophy or not. Maybe they're being introduced to it. But
it's really exciting too because you know, Vera and I, we started off on this journey just getting together, talking about spiritual stuff. Of course, we work together, but I'm just picturing like you with your friend at a retreat, and then when you share that and you have that you build on it, and it's a special thing that you share with your friend. So it's just really cool.
Yeah, it's nice. I charted it that day.
I
charted to be there with my ladies, but it's really a fun time and a good way to get together with people and make new friends too that think, you know, the same way.
I mean, it started with
philosophy.
Jose. Whenever he got in touch with you, because he wanted
angel pictures.
Yeah, her boyfriend, he was trying to surprise her. I think it was for Valentine's Day. Yeah, and so to get together for
now.
Yeah, I know. We all love you.
Exactly.
You guys are amazing.
And the retreat is so super cool because what's better than talking to the side?
Yeah.
It's really exciting.
Yes.
That's
fun. So don't forget, retreat in your name and share it.
Yeah.
It's fun. It'll be a fun experience.
Oh, the one thing in this time, her situation, only her folks died, and she was able to bring him to justice. And the last time, many women she was responsible, and he hired.
And yes, Jaymes, oh my gosh. Yes.
The one thing.
What?
I wonder if her folks this time were two of the women.
Wow.
That were in
that's good.
Very good, Jaymes. Yes.
He's a bright light. You put that one together.
Yeah.
Very intuitive. That is amazing. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So in this life, wow. That's interesting. So they were there in that time. But in this time, they were there too. But I think it's really cool too how they stuck around until she was saved.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think I would too. That's devastating. You want to make sure your loved one or child is okay.
Yeah.
You know?
That happened to Vera in a lifetime where she was sticking around.
I did?
Yeah.
You stuck around, Vera. And now you're back.
Yes, she is. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Have a great week and stay enlightened.
Yeah.